Hi, welcome to Grow Off the Grid. We are going to build a trellis planter box today. Um, I have to get dirt into the box, so that's what I'm doing now with our Harbor Freight portable backhoe, which is great for just moving stuff around. It's not great for moving itself around, but it's great for moving dirt piles around. So this brings me to mistake number one. I don't know if you can see how much of a hill it is, but this dirt pile is downhill from where my boxes are. So if you dump dirt pile, don't dump it at the bottom, even if it's just a slight upgrade, because a wheelbarrow full of dirt gets to be pretty heavy, and uphill is not fun. So put it on the uphill and push the wheelbarrow downhill. That is my first mistake. Okay, next step is gonna dump our dirt into our box. I'm gonna break up some of the bigger pieces. The dirt was really wet, so it was very heavy. Just rake it out flat as best you can. And I don't know if you saw when I dumped that wheelbarrow that a pizza box fell out. So mistake number two, don't throw rocks into your wheelbarrow from the top of a hill. It will put a hole in the bottom, and then you will have to put a pizza box in the bottom every time you try to move anything so that it doesn't fall out. Okay, so on to the next step. We're going to start to actually build the trellis now. I have two 2x4s. They're 8 feet long. They just were floating around, so I grabbed them. I am going to take a quick measurement, and I just decided I was going to go with 5 feet tall. It's like a 6-inch side on that planter box. Typically, I do like my planter boxes deeper than that, but we have just been using scrap material to throw this garden together, and we can always add higher up later. So I went and I got my wood. I gathered up some other material or some, things that I'm going to need since I was over there. I just grabbed my stuff. And we're going to use a speed square just to make sure that they're straight up and down. And what I did was I hooked the bottom of the speed square in between the gravel and the bottom of the box, and that held it up level for me so that I didn't even have to do that. I didn't have to hold it while I was trying to screw the wood in at the same time. And I decided also that I was going to put 2 braces on in a little triangle pattern on the bottom just to help, stabilize everything and hold it in place. And that brings us to the next mistake. Use the correct drill bit. What is the correct drill bit? I don't know. If anyone has a secret, let me know. I ended up having to go get a second drill of my husband's that actually still had a drill bit on it, so I knew that it was the right drill bit, but I can never pick the right one, and I just bought myself a new pack of drill bits, and they're all stripped out because apparently I'm not very good at choosing the right drill bit. Okay, so we have both side pieces up, and I decided that I had some fencing laying around, so I went off camera and I pulled 2 pieces of fencing off the roll, and I cut them, which now brings us to mistake number 4. Use the right clippers. So the Connex just has all of the tools thrown in it right now. It's not organized. I can't find anything in there, so I came in the house and I grabbed my little tiny clippers that I keep in like my jewelry repair box. I don't really even make jewelry. I just sometimes need to fix things, so I have a pair of clippers in there. And I took them out, so I had to put them under the wire and step on the handle in order to cut through the wire on the fence. And then I went in the Connex so that I could grab the other drill. No, that's not what I was grabbing. I was grabbing something else. I don't remember. Oh, staples. Staples to put the fence up. And as I was walking out the door, I looked on the floor, and there were the good clippers. So choose your tools wisely. Mistake number 4, use the right clippers for the wire gauge that you're cutting. Okay, so now speaking of staples, this brings me to mistake number 5, and the final mistake. Not really mistakes, just lessons learned. Leave the staples loose as you're stapling in whatever you're putting in if you're using a staple. Because at the top I had a little bit of trouble. I had to readjust, and I needed to go around and pull that staple out so that I could pull the top of the right side over further in order to get it to reach easily. It's also not easy to do fencing with one person. It's very helpful to have a second set of hands to kind of pull it tight as you put the staples in. So as you can see, I dropped the staples a million times and was getting frustrated, but I was hammering this in and I thought, you know, I should probably leave this loose. And what did I do? I didn't leave it loose, and then I had to go back and kind of pull the staple out a little bit to readjust. So that is our mistake number 5. Leave your staples loose so that you can have a little bit of space to adjust, and then when you're finished, go around and don't forget to hammer all of your staples in so that everything is nice and secure. So now the trellis is built. We are going to plant in our trellis box today, right now, in a different video because this one's getting too long. So click the video in the corner that I linked, and don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and thank you for watching.